Okay, well, my name is Ashley Leggett, and I play Casey McDonald on Life with Derek. And it's about my mother and my little sister and I moving into a house with George and Derek and Edwin and Marty. Well, we have like a lot more characters on now that are our age, which is really cool. And Derek and Casey are getting along a little better at school. They have times when they can actually talk, but most of the time it's him doing something to really embarrass me, which in the end everyone ends up laughing at me, and still I'm trying to get up there and be cool. One scene we had done it was with Alex House, and he plays a character on the show who I kind of like. I have a bet that I can get him to go on a date with me. And we had to do this scene 20 times. It was just one that was really long. And by the last take, I don't know what I was doing, but he's supposed to walk by and I'm just supposed to look at him. And I don't know what happened, but I ended up going like this and just reaching out and grabbing him. And he stood there, and I was shocked, and he was shocked, and Mike's just killing himself laughing, and he just looks at me and get off me and walks away. And I had no clue where that came from, so that was kind of weird and embarrassing. I think I'm probably the exact opposite of Casey. I'm not so much of a neat freak. My house or my room at home isn't very clean or anything, but you know, I'm learning from her a little bit more, so I'm starting to, I think, clean myself up a little bit, be more organized. You know, I'm trying. Well, I like to just relax. I don't like to do anything too big. Sleeping is my main priority right now, but I like to go in the hot tub and watch movies and just, you know, paint my nails, have face masks with my friends, the usual stuff, so. Mike's one of my, like, seriously one of my best friends. He's such an awesome guy, so we get along really well and hang out whenever we get a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Your best friend now.
Hi.
Is that true, Michael?
Yeah.
He loves me.
Like his sister, right?
Yes, definitely. When I was younger, like, people can be really mean, especially when you're younger and you come back to school after being gone for 3 months. All the girls aren't your friend anymore because, you know, it's just how it is when you're younger. But that was kind of rough. But in high school, people really embraced it, and they were, you know, my friends are all proud of me, and it's really nice. So when I come back, everyone treats me like a little celebrity. It's really, really funny. But, you know, people love the show. They still watch it. So what happens is they figure out I have a little talent, that Derek and his band, it consists of 3 guys, Sam, my ex-boyfriend, another guy, Ralph, and they need a rock singer, like a lead singer, because he's awful, absolutely awful.
I'm quite a wonderful
Awful.
singer, but I had to pretend to be awful for the show, okay?
And anyways, he tried. But they're looking for a singer, so he hears me singing in the shower, and sounds weird.
There we go.
Anyways, he hears me singing Polly Wolly Doodle Day or something in the shower, and
Give him a sample of Polly Wolly Doodle all day.
listen to my voice, I can't.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, you can.
I win.
Anyways, and I realized, oh, she has to be our singer, but then we have all these differences of opinions because she wants to make it all
Slow
folky
and
and
folky.
country slow, and I'm like, no, it's gotta be rock.
So I go up on stage and I start singing my slow version, and everyone's like, "Boo, you suck!" And then I'm like, "All right, you know what? Let's do this." And we start rocking out. And it's really funny. He's on the ground with his guitar.
Pretty hardcore like that.
Yeah, he
Now
tries.
that I don't play. I mean, yes, I do.
This boy likes to jete.
Oh, yeah.
A leap I taught him like 2 years ago. He still kills it. Every day he's running down the hall and does this big leap. It's pretty good. And what else can I say?
We like to
about that?
dance.
We love
We
to
love
dance.
to dance.
Madonna, we really have to show you our thing.
We get the music on, and we
I think we should
start
show.
a dance party.
Okay.
No, we don't even have the song here.
We can imagine it.
We can pretend. 1,
Kid,
2, 3.
there's no music.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Mike.
can sing it. Come on.
Thing that we say or do, I'm hung up. Wait, what is this? Okay, well, you know what, we do have a good dance. He's just being shy right now, but it's pretty good.
Derek's crazy. He's all Mr. Cool Guy at school. And, you know, he charms everybody into getting what he wants and comes up with all these little schemes. So he has more fun scheming to make. See, instead of doing like his actual schoolwork, he'll come up with like a big scheme to get around it, which really takes just as much work. But I think he just has more fun doing his own thing. I think he's too smart for school, honestly. And then there's the whole thing that Casey and her family, her mom and her little sister, they all move into the house with me, my dad, and my brother, and my little sister Marty. And we all move in together, and then it's like clash, because she's a big nerd, and I'm all like laid back, cool guy, and she's like, I want things clean, and I'm like,
I'm not a nerd.
clearly you are.
Pardon me?
So Casey is a big nerd.
What was that?
Is he really that cool? Like,
You know what? He can say character thing, but in real life, we all know what the cool one is.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
he sort of clings onto his character.
He tries really hard.
Yeah,
He hangs
yeah.
on for dear life.
Yeah.
but Not gonna cut it these days, Mike.
All right. See ya. So she moves in, they move in, and it's clash of how things go, and it's all, season one's a big battle over, you know, the house and space and stuff like that. And, you know, it's quite a wonderful little thing that we have here. Well, I think one of the big things in season one was that we were all new in this house together, so there was a lot of different things over space, over property, over decor, over so many things that had to end, over like family issues. And in season two, we had dealt with a lot of those already. So what we did, and especially with having this new school set, is we started to go and breach out into more fun ideas, which is why I think the show's a bit funnier this year, is because some of the ideas are a bit far out and crazy zany fun. Whoa. Place I haven't been. Ooh, I want to go to Ljubljana, which is the capital of Slovenia. I really want to go there. I just read about it, and it sounds like a really cool city. And I want to check it out. And I want to go, but, you know, well, it's still cheap. It's getting more expensive. No. But also, I'd really like to go to Australia, because that's where my sister is. And I just have a brand new niece that I'm going to go see soon. I'm supposed to help her play hockey, and I'm doing this thing where I'm goaltending, except I couldn't figure out how to hold the stick.
Wait. Yeah, the stick. You know, there's a curve, like the blade. He had it the wrong way.
No, I had it the wrong way because they gave me the wrong stick. They gave me a lefty stick, and I'm righty.
I know.
I figured that out after. But
I know. I was like,
I just couldn't figure out how to hold it in general.
but once you got it, unstoppable.
Blickety blam.
Nice.
Well, I really want to direct, but if not, like in the film industry, I'd be a party planner. I have the best parties. You don't understand? I'm not just like, ooh, it was a rager, yeah. I'm talking like I had 16 carved pumpkins at my Halloween party with decorations and spider webs and punch in a pumpkin bowl, like a bowl made out of a pumpkin, hardcore, and like my Christmas.
I think Martha Stewart sat down and replaced Mike. I don't know. Is that still you? I don't get it.
Hey,
That's
it
not a
looked
cool
good.
party. If I walked in and there's 16 pumpkins, I'd be like, wow,
They
this guy
looked
has a lot
awesome.
of time on his hands.
Hey, when I'm not working, I'm planning my next party.
Can I come?
I invite you and you don't come.
Well, now you want to know why, right there.
I spent 12 hours making a gingerbread house once. That's something one might find embarrassing, but not me. I'm proud. There was a doghouse attached for my dog. Angus. Angus comes here every day with me to work. Am I scary now? On my iPod, you would find endless amounts of Billy Joel, Postal Service, The Cat Empire, The Waifs, The Police, Bare Naked Ladies, to name a few. Yeah, big mix. I like this.
Okay, my name is Jordan Todesy, and I play Lizzie McDonald in Life with Derek. And we are very much alike. I mean, she's a tomboy, I'm a tomboy. We both love animals. The only thing that's different is that she has an older sister, younger sister, and so on, and I only have a younger brother and parents, but so that's pretty much our difference. Oh. She shoots, he scores. That one's really cool. I like that one. Oh, my favorite probably Mice and Men or Crushing the Coach. Crushing the Coach was so much fun. It was hilarious to do. And Mice and Men, there were cute little mice. Oh, and That was so much fun because I loved the scene where I had to try to and catch the mice and stuff. That was so much fun. And the other one is Liza, my brother, told me that dog was so cute. His name was Paco. He was so adorable. The mice didn't really have a name, but I kind of named them. I can't remember them all, though, because there's so many. My best friend doesn't treat me any different. She would be with me whether I was acting or not. She's a great friend. All my friends are so nice to me. I mean, it's great. Everyone is so nice. Well, when I'm on breaks from set, when I'm not when I'm not in the scene, sorry, I basically go to school, depending on how long the break is. Then I go to school and basically do schoolwork there. There's a tutor, and she actually has a dog named Natasha. She is so cute. Michael Cedar has a dog named Angus. He's so cute. He runs around. He's so cute. And I got him a little rope with a bone on it for the wrap gift. It's really cute. And Ashley Leggett has a cat named Furby. She's really cute. A craft table is where you get food. It is so great. It's awesome. And probably the person that you would see the most is either me or Daniel. We're always there. Or Ariel. Or Michael Cedar. Or Ashley. Or everyone. Probably me, though. I go there so much. It's so much fun. I love it. That's probably one of the favorite things here. This was last season. And I was doing fingerprints, or I was doing finger painting up in the tutoring. So I had blue finger paint on my hands. And I went into the scene, but before I went in, I felt like I had sleep in my eyes. So I went like this. And I went in, and there was blue here and here. So when I walked in, because this was a scene with me and Ashley and Casey, and I walked in, and she's all of a sudden starting laughing, and I'm like, what? And then the makeup artist gave me a mirror. I'm like, oh! So I was laughing like crazy. If I could travel anywhere, where would I go? Oh, I want to go everywhere. I mean, probably if I could travel anywhere, I would want to take a tour around the world. So that would probably where I would want to go. A cruise or tour, whatever, plane trip, whatever, around the world. Yes, I have one band that I'm really into right now, Evanescence, or you might know her as Amy Lee. Amy Lee is the lead singer. Evanescence is the actual band. So I'm really into their music. They're really cool, so I like that. Right now I'm reading a big novel. It's called Inkheart. It's really great. And actually I hear it's turning into a movie, so I really want to get an audition for that if I can. And it's a great book. I really like it. So. Well, my best gift that I've ever received would probably be the one that I got actually for my birthday this year, is a digital video camera. It's awesome. And the best gift I've ever given, probably on Mother's Day, I gave my mom, a few years ago, I gave her this really cool earring with this necklace. It's really pretty, so I like it on her. So I like that. Oh, and I also made her earrings out of this, wire art. So I made that.
Like that?
I actually did one, and it was actually on the show. It's like, if you can see it, you probably can't, but if you ever see the show, it's like this silver bracelet with this little butterfly on it. I made that, so they said, oh, put it on the show, so I'm like, okay. So I made that. I know Lizzie is kind of into the jewelry. I mean, she likes some of it. Sometimes she wears it, occasionally she doesn't. This is like her trademark. Like this, she always wears. So, and I actually got a copy of it, and it's really cool. Sometimes I wear it. It's really nice.
All right, so I'm Daniel Magder, and I play Edwin on the show. He is the third oldest of the 5 children. That would put me right in the middle. I'm Derek's lackey, or as I like to think of it, sidekick, but I'm the money-conscious one, always saving up money, always scheming for different things to make money. The researcher, I'm the one with all the crazy research plans and stuff like that. I relate to my character quite a bit. I find that, except for the money-conscious part, we are very similar. I will always scheme to make money, but I won't save it. I come from a family of 5 children, blended family. My mom and my dad were married once before each. My dad's got a son from his first marriage. My mom has a son and a daughter, so I've got 3 half siblings.
It's a lot like this show.
Yeah, it's a lot like this show. It's great. I've also got a sister, a full sister. So I've got 4 different siblings, and they're all very unique, and it's great. That's maybe what this show helps me relate to. I'm number 4 in the family, not number 3, but sorry, it's the same type of thing. I do have a favorite episode, and that would be he shoots, other way around. She shoots, he scores. Well, in a reversal of sibling roles, Derek takes on Lizzie to be his hockey apprentice when she finds herself not doing too great at the sport. And when Edwin is striking out with the ladies, Casey moves in to give him a hand. So it's pretty good, and it's good how everything has reversed roles, and yeah, it comes out really well and everything. Craft table equals free food. It's where all the food goes from production, and the one, of course, who would hang around there the most, myself. Big food addict.
My name is Ariel Waller, and my character is Marty Venturi. My favorite scene is when I first met Trevor, who was Casey's second boyfriend, and I screamed like a screaming screamer. Oh yeah, but I did like different screams, like some were quieter, some were louder, some would even deafen you if you were close enough. I'm into chapter books, and I'm reading The Sweet Valley Kids, A Little Princess, and I have I'm reading Narnia, the Witch in the Wardrobe. I'm reading 3 books already. And then I have The Velveteen Rabbit. That comes with a velveteen rabbit necklace, only in gold. So I'm gonna start reading that one, and then I'm gonna have 4 books. I'm not gonna be able to read them, but who cares, really?
So, my name is John Ralston, and I'm playing George Venturi once again, season 2. So it's more of sort of where we picked off from last year, more sort of family drama, relationships between the kids, between Nora and George. So it's just a lot of fun in the Venturi McDonald household. Well, no, Derek is just Derek is a unique personality. Of course, he's my son, so I have a special place in my heart for him. But Derek seems to have a penchant for saying the wrong things and doing the wrong things. But they come from such a genuine place, and he's genuinely a great guy. But he's walks his own walk. Because the way we shoot, for people who don't understand the goings on, we kind of shoot a number of episodes at sort of the same time, so we're sort of hopping around so madly trying to, and it's such an intense period of time that we shoot all 13 episodes. There's stuff with the one we shot with the music was actually quite fun. I personally got a kick out of that. So the Battle of the Bands. So you have Derek trying to play in a band, and then recruits Casey to sing, and then Nora and George sort of get involved in the whole thing. So we were it's like they're moving our set. That's all the sound is. We're at the piano, and so all the kids get involved, and that was really quite fun. It's always fun when everyone sort of gets together. I used to always like the scenes where we got around the dinner table, because let's face it, that's where as families, that whole thing. I always regretted that about my family, because we never sort of ate together. We were in sort of that odd age where the TV tables sort of appeared, and we got in front of the television set, which is fine. But I always used to go to my friends' houses and have meals, and when they sat around the dinner table and the food was passed and the conversations happened, and I really got a kick out of those times. And so I don't know what it is, but I personally love those scenes where we're all around the dinner table. The two families, of course, the Venturis and the McDonalds get together, and let's face it, there's a different approach sort of to parenting. I don't know if it's a different approach, but it's because the spouse has been without the other. I mean, so you have, I guess George's approach was a bit more laid back. It's sort of the boys will be boys. There's kind of a looseness about it, and Nora's comes in with the kids, and there are some scenes which are flashbacks or in their heads fantasies about what life used to be like in the condo, with having tea and whatnot. Advice, I mean, I'm always, I guess why this family is kind of special is that even though there may be a different approach to sort of parenting, the heart is really there, and the love of the kids is really there, and I think that comes through. And they get stern with the children at certain points. With Derek throws a party and the place gets trashed. And even my friend I was talking to in Newfoundland actually had a story about his friend's son who threw the same party. He said it was nice to see that it's not all fluff and like that there are consequences to kids' actions, and so there's a kind of strictness, I guess, when it's needed, and there's a general sort of atmosphere where the kids can be themselves and really sort of express their own kinds of spirits and characteristics. Because let's face it, these kids have wildly different personalities, which again is another joy of the family, and it's a joy to be around. I get a kick out of each one of them. Edwin's got a unique kind of relationship, I guess, with Derek. I mean, it's kind of like, Derek may order him around, but there's a side of Edwin where he's very, very inventive, and likes to, in his own way, be the sort of center of attention. I guess I'm thinking about there was an episode last year where the kids had a party, and Edwin tried to go down and sort of in front of all these high school students and put on a magic show. So there's a kind of daringness about Edwin that's really quite endearing. I mean, he loves to eat. She's the queen of one-liners. So Marty pops up every now and then and just has a great line. I'm sort of half talking about the characters and then of course the actors themselves, but in a nice kind of way, there's a nice bit of casting that sort of went on here, in that their true colors sort of they're able to come out. Edwin has a sort of bigger than life personality which comes out. Ariel, who plays Marty, if you're ever sort of behind the scenes or in the makeup room, she's continues with those lines, and then there's just an imagination that you do double takes at. What just came out of these lovely stories or anecdotes that come out. I don't know where they come from. And Lizzie has this sort of neat personality that kind of is a great observer. So she's a great observer of the family dynamic. Michael loves life and engages in life to the fullest. So it's a boundless kind of energy that it kind of bounces off the walls, and he just loves to engage, and that comes out. I mean, there's a part of Derek that's like that too. Although in real life, Michael's he's not an athlete. He's not. But when I talk about things like this, what I mean is that there's an essence about him that doesn't matter if he plays sports or not, but it's just an approach to life which is kind of bigger than life.
Hi, I'm Joy Tanner, and I play Nora MacDonald Venturi, and my two daughters in the show are Casey and Lizzie, and the rest of the kids belong to George. So, but they also belong to me now, so. On set, it's just a big happy, well, it's a family. It's a family with all of the quirks and foibles that families have. But to see the three girls together, it's wonderful because you would think that they actually are sisters. And Ariel, who plays Marty, the youngest, is... she and Lizzie are inseparable, and both of those two just look up to Casey, to Ashley as an actress, as a person, and as a sister, and it's a wonderful, wonderful dynamic to see. Casey's a wonderful character. She is first of all, I have to say that Ashley, who plays Casey, is a wonderful, wonderful person. She's very kind. She's incredibly professional. She's bright. All of the kids are very precocious. But Ashley comes in and she's a wonderful listener, and I think that translates to her character, in addition to being an incredibly talented person, a dancer, actress, and as we find out this season, a singer as well. She's a triple threat, and as my TV daughter, I'm pretty proud of her. But she has these great sort of idiosyncrasies where, not that she's a perfectionist, but she likes things done right, and she is incredibly honest. And there's one particular episode where she's not so honest, and how that storyline unfolds and how it falls apart. And of course, the moral of the story is be honest. But she's an incredible young woman, and she's a lot of fun. And the comedy comes from the conflict between herself and Derek. And I think what's interesting in this particular season is that whereas last season we were learning to live together, this season it's much more, it has to do with growing up and life lessons. And it's been such a pleasure to work with her as well as the other kids and John, but it's been a pleasure to watch all of this unfold. I think that in spite of being a sitcom, we really are a family, offset as well as onset, and I think that chemistry translates. We love each other, and we annoy each other, and we fight and we play, and I think that we epitomize what people want, and it's sloppy, you know. Families are not neat. They're sloppy and messy, but this one is full of love. And I think one of the great lessons that our show has is that different families come together in different ways, and ours happened to come together through remarriage and a blended family. And I think that we've done a pretty good job. And it's, like I said, it's all about the love.
I am Ashley Leggett,
And I'm Mike Seaman.
and we are from Life with Derek.
Yay!
All right, is Jordansky interviewing us? We're eating a lot of chicken balls.
Eating a lot of Chinese food. Today, every episode, there's a big dinner table scene, which is very hectic because there's always a lot of food and a lot of people and a lot of
And I don't know how to
angles.
work chopsticks,
Mm.
apparently.
And I do, but my character doesn't, so it's a nice little mix.
Do you guys sometimes get tired of eating?
Never.
Oh
I
yeah.
love food.
Often the last bite I take in a take, I don't swallow and I just spit it at
Spit
the
it at
end.
me,
Yeah.
and then I eat it. No. In the end, I stand up in front of the school, and I'm like, go to sing my slow song, and everyone starts booing me. So I rip off my outfit, and I have this little crazy rock get up on, and then we start
And we
rocking
go back
out.
to my version, and I'm glad to just ruin the episode for everyone.
They're not going to see this before it airs.
So,
Whoops.
yeah, so we butt heads a lot.
Would you use it in your band if you really have it?
Ow.
Yeah, you would.
No.
He doesn't know how to play any instrument.
It's true. I do know. We've already done this. How I take it all.
Yeah.
I can play the didgeridoo.
I dance. Yep, well, you know.
I can
I
play the
try.
didgeridoo, and next time you guys are here, I'm gonna bring it and go ready.
Away from us, Milan. Crazy
Wait.
man.
Evaporate, tall person.
No,
That's
really,
from High
don't
School
leave us,
Musical.
though.
Did you see it? It was really fun.
This is none other than Joy Tanner, the one who plays Nora.
I'm the stepmom.
Well, you know Julia Roberts, but I'm sorry, I did not mean that.
But I do have.
I didn't mean it at all.
Mike, too.
You know Julia Roberts, you're better.
Oh, you
Good
know
save,
what?
good save, good
It's
save.
so hard for him to get his foot out of his mouth, especially since they're growing and you keep tripping over them, literally.
Ooh, embarrassed.
Oh, busted.
And then there's the voice cracking.
Yeah.
Psst. What do you think of all the band stuff?
Oh, the band stuff is totally awesome, man. You know, I mean, Daniel actually plays the drums, which is pretty cool.
I do.
And John actually plays, he was a jazz, he studied, why am I staring at you? I'm very nervous. John, who plays my husband, actually studied jazz. And Ashley sings, and Jordan sings.
Were you a rocker back in the day?
Totally. I was 70s, you know, I mean, it was a little before my time, but I think rock peaked in the 70s.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. Do you
I
remember
wouldn't.
it? Do you remember
I
it well?
remember it well, very well. What's going on with the sibling rivalry between the band and the family? What do you got going on here?
Sibling rivalry happens every day between Derek and Casey, I'll tell you. It's all about who can sing and who's going to be in the front of the band, and it's the first time that Derek actually acquiesces and says, you know what, Casey's right. She's, for the first time.
Just for the first and only time. Sorry, I had to stop you there.
That's okay. Yes, first and only time. But yeah, it's all about a rock band, putting a rock band together, and you know.
Yeah. And then, what happens at the end here with our crazy little
Oh, I can't.
rock get up?
I can't tell you. That would ruin the surprise, man.
Oh, ruin the surprise.
Ruining the surprise.
Are you? Do you think there's a slight chance that the rocker in Nora might burst out of somewhere?
Oh, that's a possibility.
But only a possibility for now. We'll see what the writers have in
Tune
store.
in later.
Mwahaha. So what do you think about being in a mixed family? It's a bit different than your average
Oh,
parent.
well, you know what? I think it's probably far more average now than it ever was. And one of the great things about this show is that we are a family on set as well as off set. You know, we have our families at home, but we're a family here, and there are all of the bumps and bruises and the love and the tears that come along with family, the quirks and the idiosyncrasies and the rivalries and the love, and that's the good thing.
It is. It's great.
Yeah. So
What about-
we blended well together? I think.
Quite well.
Yeah.
What about the character of Nora? How are you like and unlike the character of Nora?
Well, I'm probably a goofball in real life, as Nora is a goofball on the show, and a little bit scattered and unorganized. And what was the question?
How?
She's uptight too. I'm uptight as well.
Yeah, no, I had no idea you could ever be uptight. Not.
Be a good mom.
So I am here with none other than JR himself. That is John Ralston, Father Venturi. How you doing, John?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Not too bad. You know, I love being your son on the show. It's great. We're very we have a very close relationship on the
Yes,
set.
we have a very unique relationship.
Very
I love
unique.
You having us a son.
Yeah. Do you find the character of George Venturi to be like yourself?
Yes, there's an element of George that I think is very much close to me.
And what would that be?
I like to kind of relax. I like to do my own cooking, and I am a good cook, right?
Yes, quite good.
And I like to have fun.
That's a good thing. Everyone loves to have fun.
They do.
Yeah. So, what characteristic of George do you like the most?
What do I like about George the most? I like George George is kind of carefree. And maybe there's a little forgetfulness about him, or there's a kind of a looseness about him with keeping the house
Yeah,
clean. But that's just because he's around guys like you.
Yeah, you're the goofy parent, and you got the
Yeah.
kids. You know, you're not too hard on us, and that's what makes you a great dad.
Do you really think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think you do a great job, you know.
I think I do too, Edwin. Do you like me as a dad?
I love you as a dad.
Okay.
I love you, Paul. All right, it's Daniel, aka Edwin, here again, and this time I'm here with Daphne Ballin, creator, writer, and producer for Life with Derek, Jeff Biederman, writer and producer for Life with Derek. So my first question goes out to Daphne. This is such a brilliant show, and the concept is phenomenal. How'd you come up with it? How'd you get the idea for all this?
Well, I'm the eldest girl in a family of 5 kids. And we grew up with this huge pack of kids, and it was just always a crowd. And I loved that. And I'm still really, really fond of all my brothers and sisters, 2 of each. And my husband comes from a family of 5, and my best friend comes from a family of 5. And Jeff Biederman comes from a family of 5, as does Ashley Leggett. And you're in a family of 5 too? Pretty much blended family. Yep. So I used to love those shows when I was growing up, where like the Partridge Family or Family Ties or Brady Bunch, and so I wanted to have fun with that. And also, I'm very conscious of being the eldest, because the eldest really are the best in the family. So I thought, well,
Way to make me feel just terrific about myself right there.
But I thought, well, that would be interesting.
That was good resonance.
So how'd you come up with the idea for the different characters and the ideas for Lizzie, Marty, Edwin, George, even the parents? Yeah.
Well, I guess the eldest girl, there's a little bit of me and kind of idealistic, although I'm not Heidi. And the character Derek is like my husband's older brother, who is very strong and domineering.
Is it hard for you to write for characters you didn't really create?
Well, these characters are so great that, it's very easy to write for characters like you and such wonderful actors, and, characters that are so real, and so you don't feel like you're faking it. They don't really feel like characters. They feel like real people. And I come from a family of 5 kids as well, so, and now that I know you guys so well, it just has gotten easier and easier. But don't tell my bosses that it's gotten easier.
So do you find that there's anyone in the McDonald Venturi family that resembles anyone in the Biederman family?
Who would that be? Middle brother kind of thing, maybe?
Smart, funny, charming.
Funny, charming. No
2 peas in a pod.
No one really comes to... Well, maybe you a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little.
So a little bit.
Yeah. So is there anyone who you enjoy writing for the most, character-wise? Is there a character who...
Well, besides you, of course, Derek. I had an older brother who was kind of cool like Derek, so it's kind of nice to be able to get out some of the things that happened to me as a kid through Derek.
And whatever didn't happen, you're reliving vicariously through me, correct?
Exactly.
What do you do in your spare time?
What do I do in my spare time? Well, I go home and I watch TV so that I know how to write for TV.
And you do your job very brilliantly.
Well, thank you, Daniel. It's coming from a star like yourself.
Oh, hardly. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon it will be Life with
Soon.
Edwin, though.
But let's talk spin-off.
Yes.